Welcome back to Newsbeat Now with Abia. Today's story, guys, is something that you don't quite hear very often. It's a good story. So not all news is bad news. Some news is good news. And this is the case of good news by a 14-year-old young man. And if you're new here, welcome to Newsbeat Now. Newsbeat Now is a one-woman show where I do reactions to current news, current events, and social media content. So if you're new here and you like the content, go ahead and support the channel. As you can tell, this is a new channel. So your support and your subscription and hitting that notification bell will definitely help this channel. And also it will help you stay notified of when I upload my next video. I am going to get into this story here, guys. And I find it to be superheroes come in all different ages, sizes, and colors. And this news event today comes out of St. Louis, guys, which is my hometown. I'm going to read the news article and then I'm going to play the clip. And then I'm going to tell you some other things that I found out about this young man and my commentary at the end. So this was around August 1st. A North County teen is paying off school lunch debts for every student at his elementary school. He said that sometimes a kid's only meal that they eat during the day is at school. If they don't have the money to pay for that, then that is a big problem, says this 14-year-old DeJuan Strickland. A young comic book author has launched the Tech Boy Initiative as a way to raise money for students who can't afford to buy food in the cafeteria. Strickland remembers battling hunger at the lunch table when he was in 4th grade at McCurdy Elementary. He said, "I didn't even know what could possibly be my next meal in the day, and it definitely was a struggle," he says. "Seeing all other kids around me able to eat their school lunches and I couldn't. It was really rough." So DeJuan, I've heard other people call him DJ, so I'm gonna call him DJ, created a GoFundMe page to feel his need for other children. The fundraiser had exceeded its goal. Now, every student's lunch debt at McCurdy Elementary has been cleared and paid for. DeJuan presented a check to the school's principal just before the start of the school year. He says, "Just being able to see that kids can finally be able to eat school lunches and not have to worry about the money or cost of it will be amazing," he says. "A life-changing experience. Just knowing that I helped impact other kids and help them out in their lives."
It's planned to return to the classroom. Many face food insecurities, while some districts like St. Louis Public and Florissant Ferguson schools give free meals to students. Not all have that luxury. Some students in the Hazelwood School District are going into the school year with a negative lunch balance, meaning they might not have a meal during the day. Our Melanie Johnson introduces us to a young man who is lending a helping hand to prevent that from happening.
Sometimes kids' only meal that they can eat in the day is at school. So if they don't have the money to pay for that, then that is a big problem.
DeJuan Strickland was that kid.
I was in 4th grade.
A student at McCurdy Elementary in Florissant.
I didn't even know what could possibly be my next meal in the day, and it was definitely a struggle.
No money to fill the emptiness in his stomach while sitting in the cafeteria.
Seeing all the other kids around me be able to eat their school lunches and I couldn't it was really rough. It was really rough.
The now 14-year-old wants to save the day for other students who still have negative lunch balances ahead of the first day of school.
Honestly, it would be a life-changing experience, just knowing that I helped impact other kids and help them out in their lives.
a superhero to stop child hunger. This teen comic book author is finding a way to fill a need. His GoFundMe to bring kids out of this circumstance at the lunch table has exceeded its goal. DeJuan now able to pay off every student's lunch debt at McCurdy Elementary School with a $400 personal check to the school's principal. So that first day of school, when that kid can eat and that lunch balance is cleared, what is that going to mean to you?
It is going to be an amazing feeling. Just being able to see that kids can finally be able to eat school lunches and not have to worry about the money or cost of it will be amazing.
DeJuan plans to continue his Tech Boy initiative every year to pay off negative lunch balances for the entire Hazelwood School District. He's a pretty smart kid who loves math and science. He will attend St. Louis University High School this fall. If you would like to help him with his mission, we have that information for you on the KMOV News app. Melanie Johnson, News 4.
DeJuan Strickland will attend St. Louis University High School in the fall of 2023. And he has plans to continue to eliminate negative lunch balances every year. Wow. Amazing story. 14 years old. And when I looked at this story, I was just kind of like, well, who is this kid? Okay. So I looked this kid up, and to my surprise, this kid is amazing. It looks like that he had started his own brand, his own company, it looks like, and it's called Team Tech Boy. That he started his own brand. He's got his own website. He is an author of comic books, and wow. So on his page it says, "Hello, Tech Boy community. DeJuan Strickland is a 13-year-old scholar born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. He enjoys gaming, anime, reading, and indulging in comic books. He is a longtime honor roll student who thoroughly enjoys science and technology." Wow. Amazing young man that has just light in his visions. Okay? Entrepreneur and light. So I checked out his website. You can go check it out as well. He also has a YouTube channel, guys, as well. So I give this child a lot of credit. He's also been featured on the Steve Harvey Show and a few other programs he's been featured on. So it made me think, like, I've noticed that in today's time, there are, a handful, quite a few of children, teenagers that are stepping out of the norm way of doing things. I'm a 70s baby, so when I was growing up, it was pretty much mapped out the route that you're supposed to go in order to be successful in America. That's, graduate from high school, go to college, get a 4-year degree, and spend the rest of your life in a job that you're probably not going to be happy at, because most people don't really know what they want to do when they step into college. So, and then you also have to pay a whole bunch of college debt out, and everybody can't afford to do that either. So I looked it up as far as successful teens in America. And I found this article on CNBC where it says 60% of teens want to launch their own business instead of working a regular job. Wow. And I'm just going to read a snippet of this article for you here. Today's teens are rethinking differently about their future employment, and many have decided they don't want to work for anyone else. About 60% of teens are more interested in someday starting their own business instead of working a traditional job, according to a March 1st survey from the Junior Achievement USA. The survey of 1,000 teens aged 13 to 17 was conducted online by Wakefield Research. Nearly 2 in 5 teens surveyed said Their inspiration for entrepreneurship mostly comes from social media influencers and celebrities. The survey also found that 45% of teens want to learn the ropes from current business owners, and 37% would be interested in programs at or after school teachings. Wow. When I was growing up at this age, I was not thinking about entrepreneurship, starting a business, how to make money. That was not a concern of mine. My concern was basically keep my room clean, respect my parents, and get good grades in school. Respect the teacher, respect authority, and get good grades in school and don't get in trouble outside. That at 14, that was my main concern, not thinking about making money and becoming an entrepreneur. These young teenagers are looking and seeing what the possibilities of social media can bring. And for a lot of them, it can bring them a ton of success. Definitely. And my commentary on this, guys, is I have always been a firm believer of being a doer instead of a complainer. And this young man has just demonstrated to me the importance of putting action forth towards your words. I know that there are a lot of adults nowadays that sit behind a computer and talk about what needs to be done to make the community better, what other people can do, and they talk about it, but there's hardly ever any action. I was always brought up to believe that action speaks louder than words. And this 14-year-old boy, okay, he spoke loud, real loud. And the fact that he intends on to continuing this every year for the students at in St. Louis, and I think he said that he would choose different schools every year to continue this, because no child should go hungry, and he is correct about that statement. Okay, so then on top of that, there was, I'm looking for this other article. Okay, so this teen, what he did was he started a GoFundMe page, raised enough money to pay off all the students' lunch debt at that school. So he wrote a personal check to the principal for about $400, okay? And it stated here that I believe, let me look. I believe on his GoFundMe page, he only wanted like $200, but I believe he raised over $1,000. And then with 400 of that, he was able to pay off every student's debt. Amazing. So sometimes with good deeds come good rewards. And this teen definitely received a special surprise. So the Hazelwood teen who has gone viral for paying off school lunch debts for students at his elementary school has received a special gift for his generosity. DJ stated, "I'm trying not to cry." He says, "I know all of those kids are going to be really happy because of this." And after watching News 4, resident Yolanda Dukan reached out and wanted to give DJ a token of appreciation for his selfless work. On Thursday, Dukan surprised DJ with a personal check to match the donation he gave to McCurdy Elementary to clear the negative meal balances at McCurdy Elementary. "You paid off the students' lunch debt, and I wanted to give it back to you," says Dukan. "I just wanted to reward positivity." Hallelujah. What a story. So I just wanted to come on here, guys, and share this story. All news ain't bad news. Sometimes there's good news, and this happens to be one of the good newses, and I'm glad to bring this forth to you. You know, sometimes think about if there's something that you don't see fit or that you don't like that's happening within your community, what small efforts can you do to create that change? You know, Michael Jackson came out with a song, you guys, and he said it the best way that I know how to say it, is it always starts with the man in the mirror. So guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me. I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you.